During my first go-round with CSLB, the solar provider seemed genuinely scared of the CSLB. The first investigator was in direct contact with the executive customer service rep assigned to me after a letter to the then CEO. Purportedly, he asked the CSLB investigator what it would take to make me go away. He even left a voicemail message informing me that the damage was their fault and that they would be taking care of it.
We have changed our stance that the installation is actually what caused your roof leaks.
Since the CSLB shut down the case, the solar provider reneged on their responsibility and nothing has ever happened. What I couldn't know is that the solar provider has no interest in making things right. Their game is to delay and obstruct, run out the clock on the statute of limitations, run out the homeowner's wallet by prolonging court cases. I also couldn't know that the county inspector, senior building inspector, would approve the permit allowing install of the solar PV system that has caused over an estimated $100,000 in damage to my home, ruined my business by making more than one suite unrentable due to water damage, or that my costs for electric would be substantially more than what I was paying before solar installation. When after much effort in trying to contact the inspector, and before I was informed of the severe electrical problems that had been caused with the installation, my intent at the time was to obtain a copy of the plan submitted to county for approval. A plan that should have been provided to me, but they failed to do so. He informed me that he had nothing to do with the solar installation because all he inspected was electrical.
That is not my job.
When I mentioned that I must have missed him when he came to my property for the inspection, I'm always on site since the property is my home and business. He told me that if he signed the permit, he must have been here. He also informed he did not have a copy of the submitted plan and doubted any copy existed. He was wrong. A copy did exist and I obtained it. Electrical violations of the plan are: the rails holding the solar panels were not grounded. This creates an electrocution hazard, as well as making the house a lightning rod. Trunk cables are laying on the roof instead of being secured under the rails. This can cause electrical shorting, damaging the inverters. We'll talk about inverters later. Romex was used for solar string wiring. This is a fire hazard. The submitted and approved plan stated that they would use two number 10 and bare number 8 grounding wire. The wires are not labeled as solar circuit as required. The LB fitting into the main panel, not sealed as required. This is a leak hazard. As we know, water and electricity do not mix. Most egregious, the plan described the house's 200 amp center feed electric service panel as a top feed panel. The center feed panel is not compatible with the solar PV system and should have been replaced with a solar capable panel and downgraded from 200 amps to 150 amps. Even if it was not part of the county inspector's job description to get on the roof to inspect the solar panels, electrical wiring, it is his job description to inspect the main electrical service panel, which is on ground level with clear and easy access. The question is, why didn't he see these flagrant, dangerous violations of the submitted approved plan? Either he is completely incompetent.
He is incompetent.
Or he was never on the property to actually inspect the electric service panel. The county now indicates it's a workmanship issue.